Back for segment 2. Emotions are creating something. We left off segment 1 speaking about anger, speaking about all emotions, but the topic was anger. What happens when one becomes angry? And what is that creating? It's not creating peace. We can share that. And so Tracy, through her gifts of mediumship, is receiving collective consciousness, source energy. One see it as eternal light beings. And truly what it is a sharing, as Tracy places it, from the heavens above, to create a space for ones to feel better than perhaps one is feeling. Peace in the mind, peace in the heart, peace in the soul. A day where it feels more uplifting. It's heavy with burdens, wanting release. That is the foundation of all Tracy's work, if you will, based on forgiveness, love, compassion, kindness, love for oneself. So many forget to love oneself, to be kind to oneself, to be compassionate to oneself. So all the sharing is just that, a sharing. So we have chosen segments that are titled Emotions Are Creating Something. There is an audio segment to these, but we wanted short little segments that ones can just pick up a little bit of information among their busy day. So anger, we started to speak about anger. Emotions are creating something, from joy to sorrow. We spoke about that emotions, all emotions are a vibration. Coming from within, if you will, extending beyond like a ripple in a pond. We mentioned that anger, because of its intensity, strong, harsh, intensity, explosive, it, instead of having sort of a nice round line, if you dropped a pebble in calm water, you would see the ripples extend. Anger, if you could put it in the sense of vibration, if you could visualize it as vibration, ones would agree that the line would be jagged, it would be sharp, it would be forceful, it would be forceful. Explosion. I lost my temper. I just lost it, ones will say. That's an explosion. So we want to touch base, if you will. The audio series does have more detailed information. We wanted to share what happens within one's physical body when emotions are felt. What are your emotions creating? So if one has come across something during their day and it creates the sense of anger, we want to emphasize all emotions are meant to be felt. That is life. That is the brilliance of life. What would your day look like if you didn't feel any one thing? The Walking Dead. So you are meant to feel all emotions. So anger has entered your world and we want to be playful about it. And we want to share it in such a way that it's not, we just want to share it using a metaphor, a visualization, for ones to sort of see it in a different perspective. All emotions feel so natural. So if someone or something has presented something to you that would feel that the feeling of anger, you feel anger, you're angry, and rightfully so in your mind. Isn't it fascinating though that two people, one would find anger and the other one couldn't care less about it? Isn't that fascinating? All emotions are a choice. Isn't that fascinating? And ones will say, oh, no, it is not a choice. This is BS. I didn't choose that one to fill in the blank to make me angry. It is a choice how long you experience the anger for. And that goes with any emotion. So something has come along and you feel angry. Oh, you feel it within every part of your being. So we want to talk about what happens within one's body when anger, frustration, resentment, rage, especially rage, What takes place in one's physical body? Emotions are creating something. So think of within your physical apparatus, beautiful cells floating around, doing what they do naturally, all in perfect formation. Just think of all your beautiful cells as perfect little balls, perfect little balls. And anger is present. Your body feels everything you feel. Every cell, it is scientifically proven, so you can do some research, but your cells feel what you feel. Your cells understand, if you will. So here they are, floating beautifully. Anger comes along, and what does it feel like? Most will say, oh, I was so mad. I just wanted to explode. I wanted to take them, and I wanted to fill in the blank. Well, your cells that were floating around feels that emotion. So what then would the cell look like? Explosive. So you think of the cell, expanding, explosive, like the jagged. And so here all the cells that were going along, now what? Now what? Now all within feels so off. That's why anger never feels good. That's why after you lose your temper, it's exhausting. Anger can lead to exhaustion, no question. And so all your cells feel that. Just think about that. Feel that. When do the cells return to their beautiful formation? When the anger subsides. When the anger subsides and you feel more calm and more relaxed and more at ease and sort of put behind you, and you can figure it out a little better. You can think a little better. You just feel better. Your body feels better. Why does your body feel better? Because the cells have returned to normal, expansive state. Think of healing. So that is why when ones are in joy, in happiness, in contentment, it is healing. The body is naturally healing. When ones hold on to the state of anger, resentment, frustration, the body is in the place of explosions. The cells are jagged, and there isn't much healing that can take place. Everything is misaligned. Think of it as all these, they don't even go together. They're so jagged, can't even really touch the other. Now it is a metaphor, but it is a brilliant metaphor to allow you to ponder how long you have been carrying anger. Now ones will say, well, you don't understand. When I was a child, they treated me, fill in the blank. We do understand. We understand so much. We want to share with you how you can let go of it. And ones will say, let go. What a bunch of BS. This is nonsense. I was betrayed. I was abused. Whatever it is, we are not saying that you shouldn't feel anger. Of course, it's natural. What we are sharing is what happens when you hang on to anger. What happens when you hang on to anger? Allowing space, if you could find the space to place down the anger, even for a moment, think of your cells floating among your body in the healing, rejuvenating process. Anger is felt, explosion, jagged. Whoa, what does that do within? Think about it. It may be one of the most important questions you ponder. What is my emotions creating? What my emotion is creating? You cannot feel anger and joy at the same time. So you have to place anger down to allow the soothing. And when you place it down, then think of your cells just coming back together in beautiful formation. Think of it that way. And then the healing process begins. It is when it is carried for so long, it becomes part of who one is. You have met people that have been angry for so long. It is part of their, we want to say, persona, their personality. You can see anger a mile away, if you will. Oh, that one's angry. You would say that because it shows in what? It shows in the way they stand. It shows in the expression on their face. It certainly shows in their speech. It shows as they walk. You know when someone's angry or agitated. You know when someone, just by the way they walk into a room. Ones that are joyful and playful and feeling so good, they just like walking on air. Isn't that the truth of it all? You can tell when one is happy just watching them walk down the street. And you certainly can tell one is angry by watching them walk down the street. So we are wanting to bring to mind, to be mindful of emotions. What are they creating? And ones will say, well, what is all this about? We all know emotions. Yes, you do. You have experience with emotions every moment in time. But what are your emotions creating? What are you hanging on to? What are you hanging on to? And what can be placed down gently? What can be placed down gently? And it is a choice. That will be segment 3, because ones will challenge, there's no way it's a choice. It is a choice. So we will wrap this up. We are hoping that at the end of this video, all your cells have come perfectly aligned and you are enjoying yourself. You're enjoying watching the videos, and we will continue. There is great love for you.